episode on the female bodybuilding channel this week. Is this correct, JB?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great edit. Yeah.
We got crazy guests. We got so much guests. We got so much footage. It's almost like we are the king of women's bodybuilding coverage.
We are. Not almost.
Anyway, Vancouver Pro JB. Tiny show again.
Yeah.
Sadly, the girl from Latin America, she pulled out.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, Jamie. Do you remember the name?
No, I posted the list.
Yeah, Roa or something.
Yeah.
We saw the pictures leading up. She
Yeah.
was not stage ready, as you saw.
Yeah.
And she did not do the prep. I don't know what happened, but she just pulled out. And I think that's probably for the best. In fifth place, was it fifth place? Michelle Bogdan.
Yeah.
Another last place. She was also last place in Triple Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
And JB, she was slightly improved.
Yeah.
But not enough, obviously.
Not enough for the whole lineup.
No.
Sadly.
No. Would you like to see her maybe, if she can get into that condition, maybe try women's physique?
Yeah. She would definitely fit in there. She has the shape of that. That's for sure. So if you get more tighten up, get more this lean figure, and very good.
But can she? It's the legs, because her upper body is decent, and the legs, glutes, hams. That's the trouble part. Remember, women's physique, you have to be shredded like Sarah Viegas. How will that work for her?
How I don't know, but I think the coach will know it if they want to do it. I think just maybe half a year or year off and just focus on that. This shape to get, and then she will do it.
In fourth, JB, I was very, very saddened to see the girl we thought was going to bring it. Beautiful round muscle, crazy quads, great back, round, freaky, smiling, beautiful.
Having fun.
And then she was almost off-season, JB.
Yeah, this was a little bit sad.
What's her name?
Mariana, not Gregorian.
Well, JB was such a beautiful body, but off-season.
Off-season, yeah. So I saw the pictures and the videos, and she was so round and
bubbly, fresh, round. And then when JB, she wasn't. And this was her also, JB, her pro debut, and she's been competing for a long time. So it's not like this is not how you do your pro debut, JB.
No.
We hope she will pull it in for the New York Pro. Correct. Well, she needs more than New York Pro. She needs Toronto. She's not 4 weeks out, JB. She's further away.
But she knows it, and she will do it. What
such a beautiful muscle bellies, the way we like it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we picked her almost to win, didn't we?
Me, yes.
Oh my God, we were.
Sorry,
anyway, top 3, and guys, the first time ever. A 59 to 60-year-old woman places top 3 in a women's bodybuilding show. Maybe there's someone's done it. JB, do you think, quickly, JB, is there anyone who's done that? 60, bro.
No.
Top 3. I'm not saying top 10, top 5, top 3.
No. Not as far as I can remember. No.
Melanie Horton, round shoulders, good back, great arms. Upper body is still very good.
Yeah.
Legs could be a little bit tighter, but
not bigger.
It's not as easy when you're 60, I would imagine. Midsection is still tiny.
Yeah.
And we would like to see, what would you like to see her improve on?
What I like, what I like, but more size. But
no. That's not going to happen now, JB.
No, she told us she's not the type for, and she doesn't want that big size. But with her condition, she has a little bit more on the legs, and then good, because she has the condition. She can always bring it. So, yeah.
Tighter package.
Yeah.
Work on her presentation.
Yeah.
Routine was like 40 seconds. We would like to see a 3-minute routine, some more stage confidence.
Yeah.
But after all, great showing. And JB, if you don't respect this, you don't respect bodybuilding, bro.
Yeah, you don't respect the sport anyways. So
they're 60 years old, JB.
Yeah.
When I'm 60 years old, I'm gonna be a billionaire, but I'm not gonna be a top 3. Well, anyway, maybe 60. Dexter Jackson was 52.
Yeah.
Irene is 50. But remember, JB, Irene has to bring it now.
Yeah.
It's a long time since he was 4th at the Olympia.
Yeah.
You gotta bring it.
Yep. Lightweight.
Top 2. And JB, I could not believe my eyes when I turned on that stream. And by the way, that stream was anyway, when I turned on the stream, JB, what did I see? Remember, it was late. I was in Sweden. I just checked up on the women's physique girls that everything was correct. And then I saw Lena Bedka, is it?
Yeah,
and she was starting in the middle.
Yeah.
With Julia on the side. I could not. And the stream was it wasn't a good stream. So I was looking and I was seeing great abs, obliques. I saw crazy whole frame. Hand was spot on, you know. And with the front double with the leg out, you know that.
Yeah.
And she was in the middle.
Yeah.
I said, could we have a miracle? But obviously, JB, Julia Witzel is superior.
Yeah.
And she was moved in, well deserved.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this was Julia's best package because it's hard to tell on the stream. And with so few competition of her level, it's not the same, JB.
It's not the same. But I was in the first call out. I was also with the judges. But I think they say, okay, the shape is not that what we want. So we take Julia. She's in the shape we want. And yeah, from the condition and the mass, it was nearly the same. But the shape was better with Julia. So yeah,
I had it. I of course, Lena was good and all this, but this was a very clear win. It was a perfect score, and I did not have it wasn't close. It's just that they have the same structure, correct?
They have the same structure, but the shape is different.
Yeah. But Lena's this is rookie. Listen, Martina Lopez was all hype, nowhere near what Lena's brought.
No.
We were excited to see the tremendous Ava Molino. She's gonna make her pro debut soon. Ashley Jones is not a pro debut because she's competed many times.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so close with physique women's bodybuilding. It's not really a pro debut. No. So, Lena, congratulations, great showing. But Julia, obviously, Witzel going to the Olympia again. That's not easy. But JB, I think she's hungry now.
Yeah.
I think to make it, because I don't think this show and then go to the Olympia and not make a statement is what she wants. I think she wants to make a statement because it was tough for us to see her fall down to 3rd, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really tough. So I think Julia will heading up, and she's hoping for the Rising Phoenix for the invitation.
I wouldn't even forget this Rising Phoenix. Just go to the Olympia, make a statement, bro. You don't want to burn out again at Rising like some of the other girls do. Not now. She has too much to lose.
Yeah, but I think also you have the prize money, you have the car. I don't know.
But you really think Julia is going to beat Andrea Shaw for the car and the prize money?
maybe she wants it. I don't know.
JB, Andrea Shaw.
Yeah, no. I don't. You know what our vote is? Everything can happen in women's body.
Anything can happen there. Anyway, Julia, we are happy she's back at the Olympia. And before we go into our next segment, we're going to introduce the world's most successful 59-year-old ever in women's bodybuilding. First time ever on the female bodybuilding channel. What's her name, JB?
Melanie Horton.
Today, first time ever on the female bodybuilding channel, I think. Melanie Horton, how are you?
Good, thanks, AJ. Thanks for having me.
I just got to say, it was really, really impressive to see you back on the women's bodybuilding stages. And talk to us quickly. You just stepped up stage, top three in a women's bodybuilding show.
Crazy.
How does it feel to do women's bodybuilding again and be so successful at it?
It feels really, really good. I was, as you know, I started in bodybuilding 100 years ago.
We have to go. We have to go back. When did you start? When did you win your pro card?
I won the Canadian Nationals on my pro card in 1998.
1998.
1998. There was only bodybuilding back then, so that was my division. And then I competed as a pro in 1999 at the Women's Strength Extravaganza. So it's 25 years.
How many girls were in 1999 when you competed? Like a regular call out or a show. How many girls were in it?
The show I was in, there was 12, so it was a good lineup, but there were big names. So LaRock, Betty Pariso, she was married to Lee Priest, Kathy LaFrancois.
Yeah.
And that year that I competed, the Miss Olympia was the first time they canceled women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So the promoter offered to host the Miss Olympia that year with the event I was in. So it was the Olympia stage, and I believe Kim Trubetsky won that year. So just the icon, all of my idols, of course, were there.
One quick question. How many bodybuilding shows were there for women's bodybuilding in the years 2000, 1999?
I think it was probably around the same as now, like 10 or 12. But the lineups it was very competitive. The lineups were all stacked. The Jantana was a huge show. They called it the Miss International. The Arnold Classic was the Miss International. That was by invitation. They had a world championships, many in Europe as well. So yeah, it was thriving, and then it just, as we know, it sort of disappeared for a while, and now it's back. And I think growing, and every year is encouraging. It's bigger and better than ever. Bigger now than women's physique so far. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, it's been a disaster with women's physique. But enough about that. How much did you weigh in 1998 when you made your debut?
I was around, so under 125 pounds.
How much were you? How much were you this weekend?
About 5 pounds heavier, so just over 130.
Wow.
So not a lot, but in physique, I was competing even lighter than that. So we're up about 6 pounds stage weight so far from 2023, which for me is significant because I'm a little frame, right?
I want to ask you more about those things, but from Vancouver, you were out there. How did it feel? Julia, obviously, Lena, who are both taller girls. How did you like your chances in that lineup when you saw the lineup coming in?
I wasn't too sure what to expect. I always, try to bring the best conditioning I can. That's kind of my trademark. I know, I'll never outsize somebody, especially when there's somebody as like Julia, who's not only very muscular, but she's very tall as well. Yeah. So she's got a very imposing presence on stage. You can't help but have your eyes drawn to her, and she's got great structure too. So I expected, and as we saw, Julia won. She was very impressive in Victoria, and even from last year, I was there in Toronto when she won that show. She's made great improvements and continues to get better. And she's a great person too. So it was nice to see her get the win. I was trying to.
One thing I saw they started with Lena in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, she was very on for her, correct?
She was on, yeah. And it just goes to show you can't really say who's going to do well on social media or in the gym until you get on the stage and see who looks best in compared to everybody else in the lineup. So there were three of us that were shorter, and then Lenka and Julia obviously taller. stood out. I think they were more alike. And yeah, they started her in the middle, so that was interesting. And from her front pose, she does stand out. So
yeah, it's a very.
I think in the side shots, Julia is like light years ahead of everybody in that lineup. In the side leg, especially, her legs and glutes are very, very powerful and strong. So from the side, it was clearly Julia's win, and the back shots as well. So.
You walked in, and I gotta say, the roundness in the delts, you know, the arms, the back, you see the striations in the shoulder. We've never had, I think, a female pro place top 3 and keep the look in her at age 50. It's never happened before. Can you remember? We've seen it in a couple of guys. Very few, but in the female, has it ever happened? No.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I might be an anomaly there. So. And
your condition year round, Melanie. We see you on Instagram, and I'm DMing. Okay, you're gonna do the show next week, and you say, no, I'm just like this. So, how far out are you staying ready for shows?
So we went into this season planning, which I've always done the last 5-6 years, a 20-week prep. So I think last year I was ready. I'm usually ready a few weeks early. So I'd say in 17 weeks I was ready, but we only had 13 weeks to try Vancouver. I wasn't sure. My coach wasn't sure we'd be ready. We were.
You were ready.
I'll be better with a few more weeks, but I don't know. Everything just clicked. My body responded quickly. And the thing for me is the conditioning comes, I don't want to say easily, but it's maintaining the fullness, especially in the upper body, that we have to really be careful not to sort of shrink too much. So getting the legs in and conditioned without completely flattening out the upper body. So I was really happy with how it turned out here, and we've got a few ideas to improve for I'm going to do Toronto next. So
you're going to do Toronto in women's bodybuilding, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
9th of June, is it?
9th of June, yeah. I spoke to the judges specifically with the question, that was part of the plan of doing the show, is which division. Personally, I feel more in my element in women's bodybuilding, and I think the judges, it's not so much the size, it's just the density and the look, I guess, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I'm going to stick with women's bodybuilding and see how it goes.
We just posted your routine on Female Bodybuilding channel. It was a great routine. Did you feel what can I say? Did you feel anything special? You know, when you go out there and you're doing your routine and you know you're in the top, you out-conditioned the girl in Fort Mariama. You out-conditioned Michelle. Do you go out and feel anything special when you're doing the routine? You're coming back. You're out-conditioning girls that are 20 years younger than you, and you're stepping out on stage, and you know you've been killing it. Do you feel a sense of pride, or is it just like, it's game time, we worry about this later?
It was a bit of game time. I've got terrible stage nerves, so that's okay. That's one of my big focuses for Toronto, is to really come with a strong, confident presentation. And I'm working with Mona Porcelet.
Yeah.
Mona's the best of the best in women's bodybuilding posing. So she's been amazing, and she enforces everything. So every transition, every pose, and so we'll come up with a new routine. It'll be better. But yeah, I'm going to bring the energy too of being more confident. Going to kill it. So I've talked to Michael Hearn. He told me his secrets for staying young. It was duck eggs and getting up 3 a.m. With you're 60, you're stepping on stage, you have your own hair, you have beautiful still skin. The rest of the athletes at your age that used to compete, they're all gone. Things has happened, health, and lost everything, but you're still in it. So what can the young athletes learn from you? To obviously you have great genetics also, but what do you do different? I think it's just consistency. So sorry about the noise in the background.
No problem.
little bit of genetics. So my parents are both now in their 90s and still pretty active. My mom cross country skis, and so I credit them a little bit. But the foods I eat are the same boring bodybuilding diet. I train hard, but I'm cautious of injury. So I've been fortunate not to have any significant injuries over the years. I do regular body. I'm doing a lot more as I get older, more body work, more cold plunge, more sauna, more things like that. But I'm pretty meticulous with health too, and getting regular blood work and that sort of thing. I like to compete. I've competed every year for the last 10 years, except for one. But I kind of know when to take my foot off the gas and give my body a rest, and it so far keeps coming back. So, and we've been able to improve. So as long as I can do that, I'll keep going.
But is there like a, what do you say? Because I also hear like your voice is completely normal, you know, after all these years. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
What can I say? Are you very careful of the other things, or is there like, because there's
I think
something different that you're doing?
Yeah, I think I'd say I'm you know, do a lot of research, and I'm careful with, you know, how I treat my body and what I do in that sense. So that's contributed to me being able to do this as long as I have. So yeah, I'm gonna try the duck egg. So I think maybe that's.
Are you coaching athletes also?
I have started coaching. I kind of see as my competitive career eventually will sort of come to a close. I think I still have a little bit more in me, but so I'd like to. I love the sport so much. I need to find a way to stay involved, and I've done pretty much everything else. I judged for many years at the amateur level in Canada. I promoted shows for many years, competed obviously, but and a lot of people ask me to coach, and I've always kind of turned people away. But I think there's a lot I can offer. So yeah, gonna start doing more of that.
As a reporter who's been doing this for years, the amount of women's physique and women's bodybuilding girls that are no longer competing after just 2-3 years, just ruining, for whatever reason, like the girls, we don't even see them after a year or two. It's just come and go, come and go, come and go. So yeah. I think your knowledge will be very much is something the girls really, you've done it, you know, for this long, and you've been successful at it. So I really hope they reach out, especially when we're not going to talk about ending your career right now, but how long do you think, how long do you see yourself competing?
It's a good, I always say this is going to be my last year. It was, when I was at the Olympia, to watch last year, it was the first time I'd been to the Olympia. And they made the announcement that it was going to be the 60th anniversary of the Olympia. And it's being held in October. October 12th is my birthday. It's also my 60th anniversary. So I thought, okay, like obviously I'll be there to be part of that festivity. But if I can continue to improve, I'll be back next year. And as long as I wake up in the morning and I've got that desire to, you know, get back in the gym and see what else we can do to get better, I'll keep going. I don't know how long, but
we definitely need. It's not so easy to reach the Miss Olympia, probably, you know, at age 6. Okay, you never know, but we need to we need to call Alina. We just had an interview with her, so I need to text her and let her know that next year, Master Olympia, you have to be on that list.
That would be amazing, of course. So, but I think as a bodybuilder would be even better, right?
Now, of course, we see the women's physique right now, Melanie. After you stopped, no one's competing.
I don't know. It's I'm shocked this year. I just saw that St. Louis is 75 girls.
It's even worse. I don't know what's going on.
Good caliber in St. Louis. I think there's some good physiques in the lineup, but
it's 5 girls, Melanie.
I don't know what 5 years ago there was 30, 35, 40 in those lineups.
Yeah. Well, Melanie, I think for people who really know bodybuilding and truly know how hard it is and how short a career, especially for the girls, are, I think every one of us really respect you. We appreciate what you're doing because it's never been done before, Melanie. And I'm sure when you retire, there's going to be more stories about it. But right now, we're enjoying it. And we're looking forward to see you at the Toronto Pro. And Melanie, can you imagine if you win it?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Eh? You never know. Anything can happen, right?
You know who's going to be in Toronto?
You know what? I know there's usually a few Canadian girls. So Tana, who I've known for years and years, she's another one who's been competing a long, long time. I expect she'd be there. I know Gina's going to be coming up. She's doing New York first. But I don't know who else.
You will beat Gina. Is that correct?
We'll see. I don't want to. I like Gina.
I'm trying to start some rivalry anyway. So, okay, I'm gonna give you two big girls who are coming that I think is going to be very dangerous, and that is Nadia. I think she will do a return there. You know Nadia Porcier.
Nadia.
She was before at Miss Olympia in 2021. Then she retired. And she came back.
She's coming back. Okay.
Obviously, a girl that's only 2 years younger than you. That is Irene Anderson is coming. Is
she coming? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I love Irene Anderson. Yeah. I heard the movie Too Big for the World. I thought that was such a great documentary. I've met her a few times. She's such a nice person. So that's exciting to hear that she'll be there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're close in age.
Definitely. Thank you for coming on. It's inspiring. And you see when we share you on female bodybuilding, there's always a lot of girls, well, athletes, and that's the best, saying that you are their inspiration. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I keep going. It's I'm always humbled when I see those comments, and it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Thank you very much. And you got to hit the front double because we see the
we've been eating this week.
Good.
More food.
Thank you very much. And good luck for Toronto.
Thanks, AJ. We'll keep in touch.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Isn't she inspirational, JB, Melanie?
Wow, very inspirational. Also, thank you very much because she's one of our patrons. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. We have one. We are
one of our patrons. One.
We now we're gonna go shop Louis Vuitton purses.
Yeah. But our money's better.
We are going in, JB. There has been horrendous start to the women's physique season, so we have to go out of the land of the pro league and go into the NPC league, the amateurs, and we look down. Is it down or up? Australia down.
It's called Down Under. Yeah.
Is it down under? And JB, first we saw second place. What's her name? Tamara.
The last name is very complicated. Sorry.
Okay, we saw down in Australia. You're gonna put the pictures up. The top two of the women's physique NPC regional. It was crazy level, bro.
Yeah. The NPCs showed that in Queensland, Brisbane was, I don't know. I saw this on Instagram and said, "Oh, who's that?" And then, it was Tracey. And then, besides Cameron, oh my God.
Crazy. They were shredded. They were in shape. They were big. They were separated. They were round. JB, where would they have placed if they did Vancouver?
Top two.
Where would they have placed if they did the Triple Dynasty?
Top two.
And they would have battled Ann Kuber there.
Yeah.
For
definitely.
Those,
Wow.
Wow.
Was crazy.
And we are so lucky that we have the winner here on our show. And guys, let me tell you something. We don't know what type of energy she will be in because we are recording this, and for her it's 3 at night, at 4 at night in Australia, and she's 8 days out. Let's see the energy. And JB, here we go.
Tracey Guile.
JB, introduce our guest, and I'm interested to hear your pronunciation of her last name. Introduce her, JB.
Yes.
I didn't practice, so Trace. I think it's Tracey Guile, right?
Guile.
Guile. Sorry.
Kyle.
Sorry. Okay, now we have it.
Everybody gets it wrong.
Now we have it.
We just had an incredible women's physique NPC regional in Australia. And we
really did.
And we were looking through Instagram and we were sad with the pro shows in women's physique. It was not very good. And then we were scrolling through the amateur show in Australia and there we saw the overall winner. And then we went into her page and we saw the improvements were crazy. And Tracey, you brought it. Congratulations. Fantastic
Thank you
physique.
so much.
Talk to us a little bit about last weekend.
Oh, last weekend. Oh, last weekend was my 27th competition.
27th competition.
27th. I've been competing since 2010. And it's just always been my goal. The first time I stepped into the gym when I was 16, saw these like big, beautiful, strong, muscular women. And it became my goal to feel just as strong and just as beautiful as them. And I just worked and I worked and I worked. And of course, I had setbacks and all the rest of it, but I took every single bit of feedback, everything that I saw in myself, and instead of letting it get me down, I fixed it. So I did my best to focus on those things and to work. So last weekend, I know that I bought the best package that I could possibly bring for that day. I was so happy with it. Of course, I was super stressed too, as you always are on show day.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, you're like, I look like shit.
You weren't feeling okay, yeah?
But you know what? I just focused. I had so many amazing people there to support me as well. And then I just trusted in myself. I just rested, put my feet up, put a positive mindset on. Because things don't always go your way. You know, the judges go different ways and all the rest of it. So we always get your fair share of that. So sometimes the mental obstacle of overcoming those things is more than just doing the training and just the exercise, because that stuff I know I can do. What I can't control, of course, is what the judges then think of me. So I did everything possible to make sure that I ticked every single box. And I was so happy. Even before I stepped on stage, I was so happy with my package and I was so excited to put it out there. And I love being on stage and doing my routine and my posing. And Tamron, the other girl, oh my God, when I saw, because I met her beforehand, she's so lovely.
Were you a little bit worried when you saw her legs or no?
Yes, I was just like, oh my God, they're bigger than mine.
She's got some legs, yes?
Yeah.
She had some legs. She's so lovely though. So we trained at the same gym a few sessions too, and we made friends. So we hung out backstage as well.
What gym is this?
I train at, I work at World Gym, but I met her at a gym called Powerhouse.
Okay.
So I train there sometimes because it's best to train where you don't work, so you can actually just focus, get in there instead of everybody talking to you. So then when we saw backstage, I saw these big shoulders and the veins and these legs, and I was like, I'm going to pose so hard.
Yeah, we saw the striations, we saw your separations, we see in the pictures, and you were, the capped shoulders and the back and the tan, everything was spot on. So it doesn't matter if she had bigger legs, it's the overall package, that usually wins.
Yes, I know. And I brought my waist even tighter than I had before as well too. So and the feeling afterwards, oh my God, I was so excited. I'm sure you saw, I was jumping around on stage, hugging everyone.
How is
especially the two competitors that were with me too. Like we were all really good backstage. We were like holding hands, wishing each other luck. And that's always one of the best parts of the competition is all that camaraderie backstage and wishing each other luck, because the work is already done and it's going to be as it's going to be.
Yeah.
How is the bodybuilding?
So happy I won.
How is the bodybuilding community? How is it for women's physique and women's bodybuilding? Because we don't know too many Australian IBB pros in women's bodybuilding or physique, for that matter. We know. I think we know JB. Can you remember any specific?
There's been a couple, but they haven't done so well overseas at all. So it's like, and it's kind of dying off here a little bit, which is really, really sad. So, for example, we have stage shows here as everywhere. And in Sydney and Melbourne, there were no physique girls. Coming to Queensland, there's always physique girls in Queensland, which is great. And we happen to have 3 on stage. And Nationals, I hope, which is next week. I hope there's a few more so we can bring it together to get that pro card. But it was really inspiring because we got so many messages. Tamara and I have been talking, so many messages from people all over the world And it was really nice to inspire people and to actually put women's physique back into a little bit of a higher regard, and people say wow about us instead of, you know, the other things like, oh, just the muscular women that stand on stage that we don't want to watch. So it was really great to be able to change some people's perspective there. And yes, it was I was so glad I was up against her as well too. It was a battle. It was impressive.
Definitely.
Yeah.
One thing that's important now, we know we need personalities in women's physique. As you know, it's lacking. And JB, you can see the personality in Tracey, JB. Can't you see it?
Yes, definitely.
You can feel the energy. That's very good personality. I also searched. Actually, it was your boyfriend or husband I looked at first.
Yes.
His hair and he's got some style himself. But
oh, that is my man diva.
what's the plan now? Let's say you go to this Australian show, you win it next week, was it?
Yes.
And there's not enough girls, and you send your application, and then let's say they deny it. Let's just say, do we have a backup? Because it's hard times to turn pro. In America, it's easier because you have these shows, so you can. In Europe, we have a lot of shows. Well, not a lot, but we have opportunities. But in Australia, it doesn't sound so easy.
No,
do you have a second
option? I always
option?
have a backup plan. So,
what is the backup plan?
So the backup plan is there's between May and June, there's also pro qualifiers. There's 2 in Spain, 1 in Poland, and 1 in Italy.
Okay.
Failing not that one, then of course there'll be season B2, which is a bit like August, September, October. So either way, if I don't do the May to the June, then I'll do the ones at the end of the year. Fix what I need to fix, get back what I need from the feedback and everything. I never give up. I've been doing this for years, and I'll still take my best package possible, even if there's just 3 of us on stage next week. I don't care. I just want to be my best that I possibly can. You know, if I apply and they deny, that's fine. I'm not too fussed about that. It's just, it's not always about that trophy, although it's my biggest dream to get that pro card. I want to stand on a pro stage. I want to go to Olympia. I won't stop working.
No, that's
maybe I can just touch it.
JB?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There's always a plan because you can never give up.
That's good.
In my past, there's been like I've not had a great childhood or anything growing up, and gym saved my life. Training made me feel strong, not only on the outside but on the inside as well.
Yeah.
And there's periods where I say that, you know, I went through stages where people took my sparkle, and then I made a promise to myself that no one would ever take my sparkle ever again.
Right.
I will work 100% for everything that I love, with 100% passion into it, and want to share that with everybody. You know what? Even if I don't get it, it doesn't matter. There's so many people out there that might be inspired to go to the gym or to even step on stage to do a competition at least once, or to celebrate themselves for the achievements that they've made. And it's not always about having to win. It's about having to win here in your heart. Knowing that you did 100% of everything possible, no matter what, then you are still a champion.
Yes. Yeah. I just sign it 100%. That's great.
I think it's one thing for our viewers watching. We've been very lucky to have so many viewers that are watching female bodybuilding channel, and we've had some of like, you know, Andrea, all these different athletes. But for people at home, Tracey, she actually woke up 4 in the morning in Australia.
I got up at 3 a.m. this morning. Yeah, 3 a.m. I got up. I put on a little bit of makeup for you.
She showed up, as you guys can see, with makeup, with beautiful clothing, great energy. And Tracey, we don't have this almost. This is so... Tracey, we got to make the pro league. We got to make the pro card now.
We got to make it. We got to make it.
We need it. No, but JB, don't you agree, JB, that we need this in the pro? We need it in women's physique desperately.
Yeah, definitely. It's, as I can tell, and AJ also is your personality and your appearance in women's physique on the stage or off stage, in social media or in other off stage shows, representing making
thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. It really does.
I saw it on
I had
Instagram.
competed
Your stories with your
in
husband.
Singapore as well, and I did Vegas, and I've competed all over the world too. I usually go traveling on my own as well. I
Yeah.
quite like it. I'm a bit of a control freak, but you make so many more friends, and
Yes.
people are so nice when you're there, and you walk around, you explore. I've met so many amazing people in the bodybuilding community all over the world too, which I really treasure, and we still all talk and everything. So
Yeah, that's it.
but you guys wanting to interview me and for me sitting here right now and all these lovely things you're saying, it really means the world to me. And I thank you so much for this and the appreciation. And I'm happy I could be here today.
And remember, you exceeded our expectations. You over-delivered. So that's very good. And before we want to say good luck next week.
Thank you.
This interview episode will be out later this week. So people will see you and you will have the momentum of the fans going into the pro card. But before we go, Tracey, we see you in shape. We can see you are wearing some outfit to show the physique up. Can we see some poses before we go? Because
we can. Of course we can. I'm just going to take off my princess slippers.
Even better. That's good.
It's 4 a.m.
So we are 1 week out, correct? No, we are less than 1 week out.
Yeah, about 8 days. So I still a little bit of fluid on me. No, it's next week on Sunday. And today
Next week on Sunday.
4 a.m. in the morning.
4 a.m. in the morning. Okay, this is...
Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Closer,
Is it
JB?
good?
Closer or further away, JB?
That's good.
That's good. We
Yeah.
see the whole physique. So that's
Yeah.
good.
You see me?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you see very tight midsection. The lats are flaring. You can see the quad sweep. Great. Yes.
Great.
Okay. Can I put that up a bit? Is that
Yes. We are not afraid of glutes, are we, JB?
Okay.
No
Good. I worked hard on these.
Yes. You see the quarter turns. You see the shoulder. JB, you see the insertions on the shoulders?
Very good. Very good. Serrations everywhere. Whoa.
Yeah.
I see it.
The
separation on
lats
the
are
back.
very good. Thick
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Wow. Oh,
The
wow.
midsection is something you have a very small midsection, something you worked hard on, I would imagine.
Yes, very hard.
Yeah. And let's
great.
see the women's physique posing, because that's or women's body. Do you know the women's bodybuilding posing? You know, that's better. Well, why not JB? Women's bodybuilding is No, anyway, the side chest, she's going to be in great shape, and she has 8 days to get even tighter. Are you coming a tighter or a fuller look?
Yes, tighter.
Tighter. Tight triceps are really good.
Yeah. Wow. And very good control. Yes. Very good. That's awesome. Yeah.
Great one.
Wow.
And the abs and thigh. How do you hit your abs and thigh, by the way? Because we are into abs and thighs. That's my favorite shot. How do you hit it?
Okay, I know I need to work on that one a little bit more.
That's very important. All the greats have great abs and thigh. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm going to activate both.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's a good one. Look at how the quads are flaring out. Great. We got to have one just for our Instagram to know that you showed up, and say something to the fans before we go.
Okay. Excuse me. And thank you all so much for watching and supporting female physique and female bodybuilding. And with all my heart, with all the support, the messages, you guys give me more motivation to work even harder and harder for next week's show. And I won't let you down. And most importantly, I won't let myself down. And I really appreciate the time that you're all taking to watch me. And it does make me a little bit emotional because I've worked really, really hard. And having the appreciation and support from other people, it means a lot to the athletes, because we put everything into this. and to have that coming back for us, it really does mean a lot. And it brings out an extra 10% on stage. When you hear everybody there shouting and clapping, you know, people are watching, we're streaming. You guys are all amazing. And with all of our hearts, thank you very, very much.
I'm shivering.
And JB, we will reach out to you after you win the pro card, Tracey.
Please. Yes, please. And even if I don't, still call me.
We will.
Yes. Thanks a lot. And
Thank you very much.
Both very much. Appreciate
See you
it.
then.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
What a star, JB.
Yeah. Oh,
Did she cry at the end?
yes. I got shivers. Yeah. Goosebumps.
JB, this is the reason why we do what we do, isn't it?
Yeah. She's so passionate about her sport, her doing, her training, her experiences on stage, off stage. So inspirational. I think at least every pro in the league should have out a little bit of her and take it.
What a star. And you know, in women's physique, there's no YouTube, there's no nothing. Brooke Walker's doing a great job with that, I think. And that's about it. We don't see much coverage at all from the ladies. There's no women's physique podcast other than when we do our things, but we don't focus so much on women's physique. It's more women's bodybuilding. That's it. So a girl like this can bring much needed energy, hype, and well, there is tons of passion, but we need a little of a little bit of the Ric Flair. You need a little bit action, and she definitely brings it.
Yeah.
And before we go, we're gonna quickly talk to the fans, to the millions of fans of female bodybuilding of the NPC Sweden women's physique. We're gonna talk about Vicky and Malin and our winner. It was a great battle in Sweden, as you can see the footage here. We had some amazing girls. And Vicky, JB, let's get her last name correctly.
Svensson.
Let's go third place finisher first. Malin Nilsson, who we had on Female Bodybuilding channel. She was hyped as one of the favorites to win it. She came in. She was in great condition.
Yeah.
She was downsized a little bit from her European Championship win. She brought a smaller, tighter package.
Yeah.
But it made some of that volume.
Yeah.
Maybe to flatten out a little bit. And
she does a little bit.
Great stage performance.
Yeah.
When she comes out, JB, wow, who's this beautiful girl? Muscle bellies, great abs, beautiful suit, smiling. She wants to be there.
Yeah.
That's something Vicky needs to improve on, by the way.
Yeah.
Smiling. But Malin, the problem was when she turned around, the glutes, there was something going on. They were not tight. There was some loose skin. And that was the difference between her and Vicky when they turned around. Vicky, on the other hand, she made great improvements.
Yeah.
She was balanced from front to back. She had a great tan.
Yeah.
And she was very balanced, and she beat Malin for second place. But JB, the winner, what's her name? Her name is Tori.
LaRock.
From America, now in Germany.
Yeah.
Structure, tall, tight midsection, big shoulders, flary legs, very beautiful woman, young.
Yeah.
And JB, there was no doubt she was going to win.
Yeah.
When you saw the stream, what were you thinking, JB? This is the winner?
Yeah. Because it's how she looked was judge's choice. So
she had the size advantage.
Yeah. Also,
and the condition advantage.
The impression was women's physique. Bam.
Yeah.
So was very great. I was a little bit sad about Malin because you know it.
That was your favorite coming in. You like her personality and her physique, so you really wanted her to get the pro card, but you clearly see the judging why it didn't go that way. But you wouldn't have a problem if she placed second, correct? It was close.
Yeah, yeah, it was close, but you know, you set the aspects of the judging, and so we can't help it. It is what it is.
I'm sure Malin and Vicky will do battle again either in September. I will advise them to wait a year because it's better to make improvements. It's not good to go back because you can't make any improvements really.
Yeah.
And we hope to see them next year in April and battle for the pro card again.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
They never should lose the energy, and I think both of them don't, because their surroundings and their mindset is that we want bodybuilding, and so they do.
And guys, before we go, we're gonna have the winner of the whole women's physique Sweden pro card winner right here. But before we go, JB, before we introduce her, Ashley Jones or Lavinia Barros, who's winning New York Pro? Who's your pick?
From my heart, it will be Ashley, but I think Lavinia has an advantage.
Who do you think is going to win? Forget this heart business. Who do you think is going to win?
I don't tell you.
I have Lavinia Barros, the new woman's, the new big thing of women's bodybuilding. She's coming in shredded, and it's going to be lights out, bro.
You're hyping. Okay.
But JB, Lavinia Barros, such a girl. It's a little bit of a problem for me because I like them both. She's the best promoter of women's bodybuilding by far in 20. Every day she's promoting women's bodybuilding, JB. Every single day.
Yeah. I know.
That's what we need. That's what the sport needs.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, welcome our guest.
Tori LaRock. Let's go.
And I was just in Sweden, and I'm so happy that I can introduce the new women's physique pro, Tori. Last name is?
LaRock.
LaRock.
Yeah.
I just saw you 2-3 days ago, Tori, and it was domination. You was never moved from the middle. And how does it feel? We saw you also in figure, actually. I kind of like both looks, to be honest. Both were great. But talk to us a little bit. How did it feel to comfortably win in the pro card? It wasn't even they weren't even moving you. How did it feel to win in such a dominant fashion?
I don't know. I could barely process what just happened. Like, afterwards, my coach said, can you relax now? And I was like, no, not until they say my name. It was like still just not real for me in a way. Because it was my first time ever doing women's physique, and like believing that I'm good at it was like crazy for me.
We saw you coming in with Instagram picture. We put a story up, and we seen some incredible progress the last year or so. Will you say the last year a lot of things happened with your body?
Yes.
Talk to us. What happened? How did you transform it in such a way?
Most importantly, I needed more back. I still need more back, but that was the biggest goal, was to get more V-taper and lats. I think that's the most important thing in bodybuilding, is the back pose. Mm-hmm. So that was my biggest concentration in the last 6 months, and yeah. And just putting on muscle in general, so feel like I could fit in and go up against bigger girls. And yeah.
How did you get involved with when did you start to, like, how did you fall in love with bodybuilding? Your husband is very active on our female bodybuilding channel, DMs. We are debating bodybuilding contests a lot. So how did you get involved like you're now?
I started with a bit of more like powerlifting, and then bodybuilding, and I don't know, I just I got this dream in my head, and I just couldn't stop. And I met my husband at work. He had a supplement shop, and I wanted to work there. And we met, and since the very first day, he was always he did everything to help me and support me to get better and better and do this.
Yeah.
JB, ask something in German. In German, I want to just hear her German.
Oh, Tori, ja, dein Mann hat mich ja schon, glaube ich, initial angeschrieben vor einem halben Jahr und so weiter. Guck mal hier, wer ist das? Ja, da war ich ja schon mal sehr erstaunt. Deine Entwicklung ist ja schon super gelaufen. War das irgendwie dein Ziel, irgendwie auf die Bühne zu gehen, oder war das einfach jetzt mal so, ja, ein Schnellschuss? Wie kam das?
Can I answer in English?
Du should repeat
Oh,
it in
you
English.
have to answer in German. We want to. I don't speak German at all, but I know we have a big German fan base. Let me hear you answer in German.
No.
Oh,
The problem is I need time. I have to
Okay.
like translate,
Answer it.
translate
Answer in
it
English.
in my head first
Yeah.
before I say it. And
yeah, come on. So, you can reply in English. It's no problem.
You can do it in English, no problem.
okay.
Okay, I repeat again. Your competition goal, was it just yeah, a good idea or something, or you did the plan to fall in love? So I want to go to competition this year, or how was it?
You mean this year?
Yeah, yeah.
This one. My goal was the pro card.
Mhm.
This and I always just tried to be like the best figure athlete that I could be, but something was always like it was always good but never enough.
Yeah.
And then from other people, they just saw me more in women's physique, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna try that. And yeah.
One thing
So
about
that was the goal.
Yeah, cool.
when I saw you in Sweden, one thing.
Yeah.
Did you feel that you should have won the figure card also? Because, I was texting with Andrew Wu in our DM. That's your coach. That's the coach of Teresa Ivancic and your coach and Natalia Coelho and all these girls. And he said, this is an easy win in figure. Give her the pro double. And I said, you know what? I said, well, it's not going to be easy, but she is much better structured than the other girl. You have a better, wider shoulder into the midsection, into the legs. You're taller. She probably was a little bit harder in her legs, but how did you see it? Because for people watching, we have the videos in this. We're going to edit in the footage. We have the great footage from Sweden, from our photographer. And how did you see the figure battle?
After women's physique, it was pretty, like you said, it was pretty clear what happened. And for me, it was like, I can just relax now, and everything else is for fun. Most of my passion is in women's physique anyways. Like you said in the overall later, at that point, it was really late. And
Yes.
for me, it was a really long day. I was like, game over.
You had enough. You were not flexing your legs, huh?
I had, my body had already taken in more water.
Okay.
Which I didn't think would be a problem because figure athletes can be a little bit softer. But yeah, I wasn't feeling so great. I had to drink more water and eat something, and my body definitely took that in for the overall round. But yeah, in my opinion, I always thought that my structure was good for figure, and with the judges, what they discussed and their decision, it's
Yeah.
it's fine.
What's the plan now? Are you doing physique? That's what we want to know. Remember, this episode is called Women's Physique Young Talent. So we are very don't ruin our show now. So what is the plan moving forward? Is it physique or is it figure what's in your heart. And you have to follow your heart because there's no money in this sport. So, I'm just saying. So, what's your heart?
My heart has been women's physique since I started to learn the new poses for the category. Like, it happened very quickly. I just felt more myself and happy and pretty. Like, I just feel pretty in my body when I go on stage in women's physique, and in figure, it's kind of like, I don't know, like something is missing. So
yeah, of course, you're not posing, you're not showing your whole physique, correct?
Yeah, it's a little bit, I don't know, boring for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going now into my off season, and it's going to be a long one. So
are you taking 2025?
Size. Yes.
Are you taking 2025 off to build more size for 2026, or what are we doing?
No, I'm taking this year off, and the beginning of next year off for my off season. Sometime next year, maybe in the summer, I'm gonna be competing again.
So that means next Portugal or Spain, you will doing your pro debut 2025, correct? In Europe here.
I don't know which shows.
No.
If that's going to be in Europe or if we're going to be traveling to the States or Canada. I don't know yet.
Australia.
Well, we wanted to have you on because we want to introduce you as a new pro. There's not so many new women's physique pro coming. You are a great one. It was a pleasure watching you. I'm sure our viewers will especially love your routine, and because we're going to put the whole footage into this interview so everyone can see you on stage. It was a great look, and congratulations with your pro card. And we're excited to see the new, slightly bigger, slightly more conditioned, even better posing version of you next year.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I hope you liked our interview with the new Women's Physique Pro. We just got to say quickly before we go, women's bodybuilding season now, it's going to pick up. The summer shows are coming. New York Pro, Toronto Pro. We will be in Spain. Hopefully we will be in Portugal. Then we have Atlanta, Chicago, Toronto. We got, I've said it again, Romania, Wings of Rising Phoenix. Now the war in bodybuilding starts. Thank Glenn Young, Amazon Fitness.
Yeah.
And most importantly, JB, we want to thank all the athletes of women's bodybuilding and women's physique and figure that are that are to the ones that are giving it their all.
Yes.
But very little reward, by the way.
Yeah.
But they're following their heart and passion.
That is true. And
for those of you who show up shredded, we salute you.
Salute.
And we are
out. Oh yeah.
Last but not least, this is JB here. Big shout out to Marika Jones, who won St. Louis Pro in her pro debut. Congratulations!